Take it off.
No, everybody's got this. Look, my skin's paper thin. How do you get it paper thin? Get the toxicity out. Your skin is only as thick as your eyes. The lashes, your solar panels, your skin is 7 layers thick. Everything below that is stuck things in your lymph system, which is, remember, 2.5 to 3 times the amount of your blood system. Why do we go to the doctor and he checks our blood? Tell the doctor to take his clothes off first and show you his pedigree so you know that he knows what he's doing, or she. And if they don't know toxicology because they haven't transferred it to themselves. And toxicology is very simple. Understanding about arsenic, thallium, stainless steel, lead, mercury, tin, insecticides, pesticides, herbicides, and chemicals. Just stay away from them. Shower the chlorinator. Make your own water. Eat heirloom foods. Don't touch anything unless it's organic. And organic doesn't mean it is either because there's a lot of counterfeiting going over there. We know because we're in the business. We just went ahead and sent back a whole container of goji berries a little while ago. Why? Because they didn't meet the standards, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, but the company says that they're such and such. And just to let you know, there are no Tibetan goji berries. Go to Tibet. Okay, nothing really grows there. And if you find organic goji berries, they didn't come from China because they don't have organic certifications. Sorry. So there's a lot of sort of weirdness going on in this world right now. Yes?
What kind of RO system do you use?
What we use is an RO system I designed. It's an 8-stage RO system, custom built, and we save you all the money because there's no middlemen. I take a huge sodium fluoride filter. Sodium fluoride to me is poison, toxic. Not calcium fluoride, this is sodium fluoride put into your water supply. Remember, they used this back in the 30s to be able to keep a lot of people complacent. They put it in your fuel, put it in your water supply, they put it in your depressional medications. Fluorides are just about in everything, but you have to figure out what it does. So then what we do is we take a fluoride removal filter. We then take a big DI resin filter to clean all the residue that the other filters won't take out. And remember, the filters will not touch acid. We have to neutralize that, secondary. So then what we do to neutralize the acid and or the junk that's in the water is I also have an alkalizing cartridge which helps bring the water back, remineralizing it somewhat. Then what I do is I actually drink in order to drink water, remember this is very important. If you learn one thing here, you're going to drink these fluids. You don't just sip water. You fill this glass up here. I put a crystal in here and I put a small little lodestone, and what happens is I restructure the water and I give it magnetism here. I'll show you on the video to do this. And I drink this whole thing at one sitting. Remember, you're here to wash yourself, not just sip it. This is, I call it, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. This has, everybody who's a vegetarian in here is most likely B12 deficient and demineralized. That's why they call them the pasty vegetarian look. This is one of the most, anybody ever seen a color like this? This is purple on the bottom. It's phycocyanin violeta. This is the power of liquid. And you make this yourself. It's 2 days brewed. You brew it on your counter, and this is only a very diluted version because full strength, this thing is bright purple. And you drink this yourself. This is flowered hibiscus water, organic. You do the same thing, and it's got chi on the bottom because remember, you're going to drink liquids and you're not going to get hungry, and if you are hungry, it's most likely because you're thirsty. You fill the cup up here and you just slam it down. Wait 5 minutes. Fill the cup up again. One liquid only. Don't mix them. Okay? We have, remember, 6 different liquids. Pick and choose what you like. But when you start a liquid, you finish it. And you wait 5 minutes. If you have to wait 10 minutes, bam, drink another one. 5, 10 minutes, drink another one. That's one drinking. It's about 2.5 glasses out of here. Okay? If you drink 4 or 5 different containers a day, remember, it's not water. Water doesn't cut it anymore. You know, it used to be the water used to clean you up pretty good a while ago, but you notice how plasticizers, bisphenol A, that's the plastic that's in all polycarbonates and stuff. Stay away from plastic. And people say, how do you know if you have plastic in your body? Every cancer that they found that they did biopsies on, all the breast cancers are full of bis A. It's why they took it out of Canada, they took it out of Europe. And if you have children, most likely, I poisoned my children with bis A. I didn't put the milk that was pumped from mama. I put it in bags that were basically non-food grade plastic bags. We won't name the names, but you can go ahead and tell which ones. There's only a couple of bags on the market. You smell them. If they smell, it's only because they have residue. And if you smell it, it's only because it's going to leach into your food. And plastic is really weird because it clogs your glands up big time. That's the reason why they say don't eat trans fatty acids. What is a trans fatty acid? It's bloody plastic. It's when oil turns into a weird chemical and it plugs you up. And people say, how to get the body fat off me? Unplug yourself. First thing is, you know, when we go through, so what we'll find out, we'll really see this because I know we got to go. it's a 2-day event, very simple, and it's a workshop. You're not going to sit here like this. You're going to actually bring a partner and work. This is a hands-on workshop. It's for people to really get a handle on some of the things that, remember, health is free. If someone's charging you to get health, then you may want to really investigate it. You go to the doctor, remember, and they are going to tell you 3 things when you go to them with a sickness. We can cut you, surgery, we can burn you, chemo, or we can poison you with our synthetic chemicals. Because synthetic chemicals accumulate, especially if your lymph system's clogged, and everybody in here has their lymph system clogged. If you can't see, not a 6-pack, but a 12-pack, pretty much. You just basically should be able to see through your skin. And it's sort of hard for people to grab this. Now, what you're really trying to do is take some solvents that we have, and I use a technique called gua sha. And every day you take a shower, one little sheet of this junk falls out of you. And you do it every day consistently. You want to get smart, what do? You study consistently. Okay? Gua sha, if you look it up, is G-W-A-S-H-A. Gua sha is a technique, it's thousands of years old. It's used to open up and rehabilitate the aura, or the skin. And you use a certain blade, it's a gua sha spoon. We have special spoons that we've designed. Here's a small one here. And they're all different types, and this is a very, very, very genius way to help you so you can open your lymph system. Remember, each pore has 4 feet of cord that goes into this thing we call the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system, if it's plugged, you look at yourself and you say, whoa, I'm plugged. That's it. Body fat just means you have a ton of acid inside your chemicals. So all you have to do is just unplug yourself, and the skin is how many pounds? If we skinned Jeff here and we weighed his skin, how much skin does he weigh? His organ, the largest organ of his body, how much does it weigh? 10 pounds. So wouldn't you think that it would be important to keep your skin breathing? Do we breathe? And if your skin, remember the girl, I forget, somebody got painted in one of the movies, I think it was, okay? You close your body up. It's, your body, you don't put anything on your skin unless you can eat it. So I put coconut oil on my skin every day. I put magnesium infusion on my skin every day, which is pure hexahydrate magnesium, not the other magnesiums that are 25 and 30%. This is hexahydrate, 100% magnesium. And there are a lot of them say that's 100% pure. That's bull. Okay? All you have to do is read the ingredients. It says it's 25% magnesium. Then it can't be 100% magnesium. Okay? And that's why it burns a little, because there's other things. But hexahydrate magnesium is really genius. It's a finishing product you put on your skin every day, because everybody in here is really thriving on magnesium. Every cell needs magnesium. Magnesium feeds this thing called the powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria. Each cell inside your body, and you have 100 trillion cells, all have this little engine inside. And if you want to have love inside the body, what do? You make all your cells touch each other with energy. And love inside the body is when all the cells don't have separation. And they can actually regenerate, because this machine needs minus 70 millivolts to regenerate. I know, I've seen 200,000 patient office visits as a doctor. Over. I know I can't help anybody here. All you can do is help yourself. And you have to change, and this is where it's like us. I can't sweet-tooth it here. You don't change your ways in time, you're going to see that most people in the future are really going to have some weird sicknesses, as you see. Remember, there are 75 million diabetics. All you got to do is push a cart around Costco and check out the herd. Observe it. And look in their cart and say, whoa, I ain't buying that. Because you are what you eat, and I'm going to turn into that. Okay, so think. You eat heirloom, and we've got about 100 products of heirloom. And now you say heirloom, go find it. Dare you. Go see if you can find heirloom foods. And then make sure that they're not in a bisphenol A package. All these packages are food grade. Remember, everything here is wholesale. We're a blasphemous to the retail side. I'm glad my family lets me do this, because we have a large distribution company in the United States. And this is a sort of a gift for people. Remember, is it like illegal to sell wholesale to people? You know anybody else doing it?
Your booth number.
We're booth 500. We don't sell anything here for a reason. You know why? Because everybody here that sells retail doesn't like us then. So you can go ahead and get $150 free shipping. RO water systems, like $450. That same water system here could cost you $2 grand, if it exists. Different types of things, metacardium, ethylene diamine, tetracetic acid. Anybody know what that is? EDTA? Okay, it's time to learn. Look it up, EDTA / heavy metals. You'll notice that there's thousands, if not thousands and thousands of clinical studies. I don't believe in the zeolites, I'm sorry right now, until I see the clinical studies. I know that this works, ethylene, diamine, tetracetic acid, in the magnesium dipotassium form. A lot of words there. And you look it up yourself and check it out. Clinical studies don't lie. Well, some of them do. But EDTA is the easiest thing for you to take lead out of your body, and you don't just take it, you have to get squeezed, and that's part of what we're going to show you in the future at the show here, is a acid reduction massage technique. You need a partner. Gua sha is to do the exterior, then we go down into the lymph system, and then we go into the tissue system, and then we go into the bone system. You're going to rebuild yourself. It's like your car is you're going to strip everything down to the bare metal. You can't paint over junk. You got to strip it down. And if you see this truth, that's why I always say, if you're 18 to 30, you're way ahead of the people that, like me, 50. Okay? I lost 35 pounds of baggage, okay, inside. I was full of arsenic, full of lead. I've done so many blood tests. Actually, you want to see lead? Lead poisoning, if you want to see it. Everybody's got these little blue veins on your legs. That's lead poisoning. Those capillaries collect lead, and they plug it up, and you look at it, and it goes, whoa, it's blue. Blue blood. I got blue blood. Okay? So how do you get lead out of your kidneys? How many women here use lipstick? I see people wearing it. Do you know that almost 80% of the lipstick has what in it? You guys are too good. Okay, so what are you going to do? Stop wearing it if you like it. And by the time you're 40 years old, how many gallons of lipstick? I already gave it away. Do you think? Okay, this is what it is. How many tampons do you use if you're up to 50 years old? And tampons, most likely, are full of synthetics, full of a lot of weird stuff, and dioxins, phthalates, just weird stuff, and they're all synthetic, and the last thing you want to do is put that in there.
You can get septic shock.
Septic SEMO, that's just plugging things up, and really, but really what it is, it's a toxicity. How many tampons do an average woman use in a month? Multiply it out. 5,000 tampons in pretty much a lifetime, and if you're using toxic tampons, remember, a lot of people say, why am I getting big down in the hips? Because this is where the toxicity of lead and a lot of different things, they hang. My lower body when I had lead poisoning was 3 times as fat as my upper body. And it's not fat, I had 3 times the amount of accumulation in my legs because the bottom of my lake is at my feet. And all the particles, when I throw in things into the lake, some things float, some things stay in the middle, right? And most of the things do what? Your feet are filthy. Okay? With what? Plasticizer, plugged. So, real quick here, 2 seconds. When you see, is your hands and your feet, really important to understand. Your hands and your feet dictate your cardiovascular. You don't like to run, it's because you're plugged. Your body's a gazelle. It loves to run. If it doesn't like running, it will, once the system gets open. Okay? Your hands and your feet, your heart pumps blood, but it really doesn't. Okay? They're telling me to stop, but let me just finish with 30 seconds. Your heart pumps blood, but it really doesn't, okay? And your heart pumps blood through the aorta, it goes down to the arterial, and then it goes into the hands and feet called the capillaries. Very important, 30 seconds more, we're done. Once it comes back to the heart, remember this is a closed link system, it's closed. You don't get pumped blood in or out, it's a closed system. And it comes back once it goes through the hands and the feet, and if it's clogged in the capillaries, which are really tiny, tiny little holes, you can't get flow. And if you don't have flow, like having gas flow in your car that's brand new, if the filter gets clogged, what do you think happens? The car doesn't run well, and in time it'll actually have itself a problem because of lack. And so this is a big problem. Open up the capillaries, the blood system, get hydrated, get mineralized, and learn about where toxicities come. And 1 check at a time. Don't get overloaded. 1 check at a time. Every week, take care of about 5 or 10 of them. Okay, everybody's telling me to go. All right.